Dustin Poirier tweeted, he said, "Welcome to the big leagues, Paddy Pimblett. One up for the legends." Right. What do you think about just like you carry? How much pride do you?
We're up 3. He beat BSD. I beat Fazeev, and I just beat Paddy. We're up 3 right now. Topuria took out Max, so we might be 3-1. But I'm going to try to avenge that one.
There's a lot of speculations going on. Oh, is Conor going to come back? Is John going to fight Pereira? What Dana is kind of, is not uncertain about. But I believe with performance like this man has delivered each and every time, I believe Justin and Ilia potentially becomes the headliner for that card.
You're 100% right. And you're 100% right, and it should be. It should be. It should be. If you want to talk about, being fair competitively, especially in the performance that he puts, like, why wouldn't you? Right. In the perfect picture, you would want Justin to fight Ilia, beat him at the White House while being an American. Now, will that happen? Fuck.
So Ilia is laughing now because they have dirty boxing, really, They just fighting hard, but there is no good technique. But Ilia will be left now because Ilia has such a high level boxing.
Not only did Justin Gaethje's interim to the division, but it also identified his next target. Ilia Topuria moved forward
straight away, and both men are now openly demanding this same bout. It's beyond mere hype when 2 of the sport's deadliest competitors are concurrently challenging each other. Instead, it's the genesis of an unavoidable outcome.
But I believe with performance like this man has delivered each and every time, I believe Justin and Ilia potentially becomes the headliner for that card.
You're 100% right. And you're 100% right, and it should be. It should be. It should be. If you want to talk about, being fair.
Although Justin admitted that he sustained significant injuries and would require time to heal,
is already dealing with something far more serious. He made it clear that battling on that card is more vital to him than anything else right now. By bringing up a June event, aren't seen very often, and only a major obstacle would prevent.
Sure, the adrenaline's still flowing a little bit, but do you have an update on physically, how you feel? Are you going to need some time off? Is there possibly anything broken after?
I definitely need some time off. He fucking rocked my brain a couple times, and the only thing we have over the more dangerous sports, which is boxing and football, is we get to take time, and so I will do that. But the White House is in June, and I represent this country. I represented it tonight, and I hope to be, obviously, look at the position and the opportunity they just gave me here. There's no way they're keeping me off that card unless I'm dead.
When the topic of a potential White House matchup with Ilia came up, Justin remained true to himself and refused to exaggerate it, but he recognized its potential size even in the...
Regarding hype, Justin thinks it would host, particularly in that setting, with Ilia's ascent, his decisive finishes, and how their styles clash. Furthermore, he demonstrated clearly that he is ready to, should the uncontested title be in peril.
Given how popular Ilia's become and just the method of victory he's had and your style of fighting, and add those two to the White House, how big do you think that fight could be between you two?
If I had any bit of a personality, it'd be fucking huge. But I just can't. I can't lie. I can't exaggerate. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's who my parents taught me to be. But there's no doubt it'll be the best. One of the best fights that they could definitely put on. It'll be for an undisputed belt, and I think they want to have 6 or 7. Whatever. They want to have as many as possible. So if he's not back by then, they will strip him, and I will be undisputed, and then I'll fight for the belt on there.
As for that, Ilia went after Paddy first, ridiculing him for failing to defeat an older foe and claiming his career's biggest earning in the process. He then turned his attention to clinch victory before giving a harsh warning.
Ilia, no matter what comes next,
meeting Ilia won't be simple, but Justin is keeping said the key is trusting his readiness, his mentors, and own talents. With a purpose, and though he wishes to triumph, believing it's his fate, he concedes the result isn't within his power. The future alone knows.
You are the first 2-time interim champion in UFC history. You don't usually get too many second chances, but here you go to a unifier with an undefeated top 3 pound-for-pound fighter. I know he is not Khabib, but what are you taking into this fight with Ilia in terms of lessons and why you're going to make it work this time?
Just gotta trust the preparation, trust in my coaches and trust in my skills. I'm here for a reason. I hope it's my destiny, but I don't get to write that, so.
He had a message for champion Ilia Topuria. Justin Gaethje didn't hold back. He shrugged off the hype, the trash talk, and the spotlight, saying he isn't concerned with sending any.
Instead, Gaethje places his faith in his coaches, allowing them to handle the primary tasks, analyzing Topuria, formulating the ideal strategy, and instilling it throughout every single practice. To Gaethje, the entire focus is on preparation, accuracy, and execution. Once he enters the octagon, the planning and dedication of his team will convey more than mere words ever could.
Do you have a message for Ilia Topuria if he's watching this?
No. No, I don't give a fuck.
The message will be in the octagon.
I don't give a fuck. I control my thoughts. I control my emotions. I won't give him the time of day. I'll, rely on my coach to watch him a lot. I've seen him fight, obviously. But I don't really go back and watch these guys. I really rely on my coach. I watched Patty today. I watched Patty and Chandler today. But I really rely on my coach to create a game plan and instill it into training. And yeah, this is so fast. I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now.
He emphasized there was never a question of motivation, even after.
Across numerous contests, he was motivated by the ultimate objective, a title on the line. The moment he mentioned is the ideal way to shape the final chapter.
Be neck and neck. It was either going to be you, Patty, or Armin fighting Ilia. Then obviously the news, Ilia wasn't going to fight early this year. At any point, was it frustrating or just difficult to get that motivation? Because it kind of felt like you were right there, and now you have to win one more after already going through all the battles. Was that ever difficult to have to get up for one more challenge before that opportunity?
No. I mean, I wanted it to be for a championship. This makes me a champion on paper with the UFC, so I'm very proud of what I accomplished tonight. I'm proud of the opportunity that it's gained me to fight a guy like Ilia. And this is everything I've ever wanted, this chance to write in my last chapter.
Congrats.
It's going to be special.
Commentators are also offering thoughts on this probable pairing, and Dana White believes it's poised to be a full-on striking match. Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria both strike with immense force. Should Gaethje arrive thoroughly ready, it guarantees an exhilarating bout from beginning to end. White anticipates explosive action when they enter the cage, with either contender able to finish the bout in one moment. As two of the division's hardest strikers face off, supporters should anticipate relentless intensity, advanced skill, and a clash that might command highlight of any fight card.
One, and now that it seems that it's going to be Gaethje versus Topuria, it's probably going to be a crazy fight also, most likely striking. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting. I think that Ilia hits like a truck, and so does Gaethje, and I think if Gaethje prepares properly and gets ready.
Next up, Demetrius Johnson thinks the perfect fight is Gaethje against Ilia Topuria. He's unsure if Justin wishes to protect an interim championship since he's clearly targeting the true title. Moving forward, Johnson, an exceptionally disciplined and tactical competitor wielding serious knockout force. One needs only to observe his victories against Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway. He anticipates Topuria to remain composed, maintain his guard, and shrewdly assess the bout as it progresses, setting up an intriguing contest against Gaethje.
Fight Ilia Topuria, or he's going to fight Arman Tsarukyan, and I think the right thing is for him to fight Ilia Topuria, but if Ilia Topuria is not ready, I'm not sure if Justin Gaethje wants to defend an interim championship. I think he really wants that undisputed, and hopefully we get Ilia Topuria. Now, when I look forward to Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, I think Ilia Topuria is just way too disciplined on the feet. I think he has the knockout power. You look what he's done against Charles Oliveira. You look what he's done against Max Holloway. Ilia Topuria is very strategic, discipline, where he's gonna have his hands up, he's gonna pot, he's gonna get a look at what's going on. I just feel like he's a way cleaner boxer, and he puts his combinations together 1, 2, 3, nothing overzealous, but a fight's a fight.
As for Arman Tsarukyan, Johnson perceives him as mostly directed by the UFC's strategies. His ideal scenario has Tsarukyan battling Gaethje following this. However, given Justin's probable wait for an undisputed championship bout versus Topuria, that pairing might not occur immediately. Meanwhile, Tsarukyan will keep enhancing his standing, engaging with media, refining his grappling, and remaining busy. Johnson hopes he ultimately gets to compete with Gaethje, enabling that contest victor to then secure a shot at Topuria. Megan. Arm have been involved with this, I believe.
Call of the UFC, meaning that the UFC dictates what's going to be next for Arman Tsarukyan. I think he should fight Justin Gaethje next, but like I said earlier, I think Justin Gaethje might hang on to the undisputed. He might wait for the undisputed opportunity to fight Ilia Topuria. So if that happens, you're going to have Arman Tsarukyan keep going on these wild side quests by doing more media and also doing more grappling, which is fine too. I wish he would get the opportunity to fight Justin Gaethje, and then those guys can decide between Justin Gaethje and Arman Tsarukyan if whoever wins can fight.
Aura Usman and Henry Cejudo concurred that given the caliber of displays Justin continues to put on, a clash between him and Ilia could readily top a UFC impactful. It's agreed, this is precisely the sort of clash that warrants the limelight and could determine the upcoming phase for both careers.
I believe with performance like this man has delivered each and every time, I believe Justin and Ilia potentially becomes the headliner for that card.
You're 100% right. And you're 100% right, and it should be. You know, it should be. It should be. If you want to talk about, you know, being fair.
While Justin's performance against Paddy was impressive, fighting Ilia.
A completely different test. He points out that Topuria is an exceptionally skilled, condensed fighter, adept at protecting himself and upholding proper technique, contrasting errors Gaethje could utilize versus Pimblett. Thus, Hutto highlights that Gaethje will need to adapt his strategy, facing an opponent who blends defensive acuity with striking precision, rendering the contest significantly more intricate and tough.
You know, especially the performance that he puts, like, why wouldn't you? You know, in the perfect picture, you would want Justin to fight Ilia, beat him at the White House while being an American. Now, will that happen? Fuck. But as much as we're kind of glazing and praising Justin, Ilia is different. Ilia 100%. Is different. And there's one thing, watching that fight with Paddy Pimblett, you can see, one, his head was up, and then two, defensively, like Paddy would do this, like some amateur shit. Bro, like that's, and I'm surprised.
Listen, we all do that. We all do that.
And I'm surprised. And Justin was, and he did hit him, but you could tell Justin was going to the body because he was going over like that overhand that he didn't. He did nail him, but these are things that when Justin fights Ilia Topuria, it's gonna be different. He's gonna fight a shorter opponent, somebody compact, and somebody that could really keep his freaking hands up, that just understands the finesse of fighting.
Oli then highlights that Justin flawlessly carried out his game plan, with significant praise due to his coaching staff, Trevor Whitman, Ben George, and Luke, for customizing the strategy for his adversary. Usman observes that Justin doesn't always perform such precise the foe he meets and their fighting attributes in the cage. That tackling Ilia Topuria will be a whole leap of talent, rigor, and peril that will stretch Justin to his boundaries.
Justin Gaethje did what he wanted to do, but we have to realize now, listen, coaches, Trevor Whitman, Ben, and you know, George, these guys, and Luke, they put together a game plan for the opponent. You really don't see Justin look like that. What did Justin look like that when he fought Fiziev? Has Justin looked like that when he fought earlier fights with Barboza? Did he look like that when he fought Cowboy? Did he look like that when he fought in World Series? No. I think it's you shape the game plan based on the opponent and based on whatever they're giving you out there. So I think Justin will make those necessary adjustments. But like you said, Ilia is a different monster, so that will be an intriguing.
Daniel Cormier commends both competitors for giving their all in the cage. He observed Justin Gaethje exerted constant force on Paddy Pimblett, almost stopping him multiple times, ultimately securing the interim title. Concurrently, Cormier points out Ilia Topuria's deadly record, having knocked out top-tier combatants like Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, and Charles Oliva. It was proven again that misjudging him is invariably wrong. Outcomes usually favor him when his rivals do.
That laid it all on the octagon floor. I thought Justin Gaethje was going to get Paddy Pimblett out of there on multiple occasions, but Paddy would not quit. Paddy Pimblett kept fighting, but I think the pressure that Justin put on him early gave him enough of a lead to become the interim champion. But Ilia Topuria is knocking out the best fighters that we've ever seen in the divisions that he's competing in. Knocked out Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski while he was at featherweight, then goes to 155 and knocks out Charles Oliveira. But Justin Gaethje reminded us tonight that when you overlook him, things have a habit of working out in Justin Gaethje's way.
But Robert Whittaker isn't...
Foremost, Ilia Topuria's striking operates well beyond almost every fighter within the UFC, and his wrestling and jiu-jitsu prove equally keen with flawless execution and devastating force. Wouldn't be adequate, but Whittaker expects
different, more tailored Gaethje when he steps in against Topuria.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give up on my boy that quick. Okay, Ilia's, but I'll just lay it out there. Ilia's striking is leagues above everybody.
Yeah,
like just about everybody in the UFC.
Yeah, man.
You know, and the wrestling and jiu-jitsu is there as well.
Mm-hmm.
His timing, his instincts, his instinct to fire off in like his counterattacks. You know, he'll make you pay for every step you take. It's a hard fight.
Yeah,
Things
man.
have got to change in Gaethje's camp to make the fight competitive.
Yeah.
Right now, the Gaethje that fought Paddy won't beat Ilia right now.
Yeah.
But that's not saying that we'll see that Gaethje when he fights Ilia.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just the game plan for Paddy to just make it doggy. But
hello, and remember to smash that subscribe button for more fight updates.